was the middle of the night in freezing Ukraine. There was no one outside except one person walking quickly in the dark with a very serious face. As he is walking through the streets, he is approaching a house. This person walking was none other than the Baal Shem Tov himself. The Baal Shem Tov reaches the house because it was the middle of the night. The person inside was sleeping, and the Baal Shem Tov gave a loud knock on the door. This was the house of the Shamish of the Baal Shem Tov. The Shamish goes to see who would be disturbing him at such a late hour. But when he opens the door, he sees the Baal Shem Tov. Why would the Baal Shem Tov come all the way to me? And at this hour, something must be happening. The Baal Shem Tov tells the Shamish, we are going now to the forest. The Shamish is thinking to himself, in the middle of the night in the forest? That's very scary. But he knew not to ask questions to the Baal Shem Tov. The Shamish went to get his lantern, added oil, lit a fire. Obviously, he held it from the top not to get burned, and accompanied the Baal Shem Tov to the forest. The Baal Shem Tov continued walking straight with a serious face, never looking right or left, walking straight. He knew exactly where to go. When they came to a certain tree, he suddenly made a left turn, and then a right turn. The Shamish was trembling, shaking, petrified of all the animals around. In the day, it may be more safe in a forest, but at night, when people are asleep, the animals are up, hunting for food. The Shamish does his best to keep up with the Baal Shem Tov. They suddenly reach a river. Because of how cold it was, the river was completely frozen. When I was in Ukraine, as you can see in this video, I saw exactly that. You can literally walk on the river. I saw people making holes in the ice. A person had a stick with a sharp edge and was using it to hammer, like a hammer, to break it into the ice. I came closer and asked him what he was doing. He said he was making a hole in the ice that can reach all the way to the water. He can then use his fishing rod, put it through the hole, and try catching fish, as you can see. Now the Baal Shem Tov seemed to be doing something similar. He began banging and knocking on the ice. It was extremely hard, but the Baal Shem Tov continued doing this with full power until he had a hole big enough for him to fit inside and use as a mikvah. All this time, this Shamish is watching, holding the lantern, trying not to show how scary he was. When the Shamish realized that the Baal Shem Tov was planning on using this as a mikvah, he quickly wanted to warn the Baal Shem Tov that these waters are as cold as can be. And if a person enters even for a few seconds, he can freeze completely. But the Shamish also knew the Baal Shem Tov is a tzaddik, and he did not say anything. The Baal Shem Tov went inside. The Shamish suddenly looked at his lantern, realized the oil was almost finished. The fire was about to go out. There was only a spark left, and it would not be enough for the way back. The Baal Shem Tov suddenly came out, and the Shamish asked the Baal Shem Tov what to do about the fire. The Baal Shem Tov, with a very serious face, looks at the Shamish and tells him to add icicles to the fire. The Baal Shem Tov then re-enters the mikvah. Did he hear the Baal Shem Tov correctly? Icicles in the fire? But the icicles will do exactly the opposite. They will put out the fire right away. This Shamish cautiously takes an icicle, puts it in the fire, then another one, and every icicle he adds starts making the fire bigger. Unbelievable! But as the time starts passing, the Shamish is getting very scared again. Lots of time has passed, and the Baal Shem Tov hasn't come out. Some people can last underwater for a few minutes, but a few minutes passed, and the Baal Shem Tov had not come out yet. More and more time passed. The Shamish realized something very serious was happening, and didn't dare to go but check if the Baal Shem Tov needed help. 20 minutes passed. Half hour passed. 40 minutes passed. The Baal Shem Tov has not come out yet. At this point, the Shamish is too worried. Maybe he should go check if everything was okay. Then he realizes that the fire is about to go out again. What did the Baal Shem Tov tell him to do if the fire is going out? What should he add? Icicles. But can he leave now to get icicles? What if the Baal Shem Tov comes out now and needs help? He looks around for icicles, using what is left in the lantern to give him some light. And he finally finds some icicles and adds them to the lantern. Baruch Hashem, the fire is back on. But the Baal Shem Tov has still not come out. 1 full hour has passed. Suddenly, the Baal Shem Tov comes out. The Baal Shem Tov has a big smile on his face. He is shining. He looks at his Shamish and says, today, a very special neshama came down to this world. This neshama that was conceived today will be able to take neshamas that are like icicles and will be able to make them into fire. This happened on Yutes Kislev, and it was the neshama of the Alter Rebbe who was born 9 months later on Chai Elul. We can now turn on the lights and take our cups with grape juice, and we will say